all over the world. Now, developing countries of Africa, Arab, Asia, it has been a long time that we have departed from talking to each other, Africa, Arab, Asia. Things have to change. How many of us here know Bandung? Can you raise your hand if you know about Bandung, please? Bandung. Anybody know about Bandung? Anybody here know about Bandung? Bandung, there was a principle, 10 principles came from Bandung in 1955. I'm talking about this 2 years ago, and I'm sure most of us here are probably half age or even more than that, but we don't even know Bandung. That was where the Africa, Nehru, India, what's it called, Egypt, Ghana, they came together for Africa, Arab, Asia to come together. So the government, even we had about over 140 countries that actually celebrate the 60th anniversary of Bandung's principles. Yet all of us here don't even know. So within the university, nobody ever took it up to teach the younger people about the fact that Africa, Arab, Asia wanted to come together 62 years ago. That was what we took on in my organization. But it's not easy. So first of all is, if you are nobody, nobody's going to look at you. Everybody has to work hard to become somebody and be relevant. If you're not relevant, nobody talks to you. First, whatever you ask somebody, don't ever ask somebody to help you. You don't go far. Ask yourself, what can that person get from you? We're all born to be selfish. That's the way God has created us. But we are too selfish. Because when I say selfish, it says that if you have 10 fingers, somebody said it has only 2. Can I have half of one of the 10 you have? You first, I'll give you 5 million. You say, hang on, I'm going to think about it. You got 10, he's got only 2. And I say, give me half of one of the 10 you have, and I give you 5 million. You say, I'm going to think about it. That tells you the mind of all are selfish. But the fact that we're too selfish, we go to university, we say we are well, we've got knowledge, yet all we do is accumulate wealth, 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 wealth. If you walk out of that door, how do you know you can see tomorrow? You don't know. But who have you been able to help to raise yourself in their hearts? And then you say you went to university, you have knowledge, you have experience, you have wisdom. We need to change the way we do things. We, 4 years, every 4 years, the government will come and knock our door and tell you, vote for me, and we all go there and crowd ourselves. Information takes us there, and then we vote. The next thing we shut that door, and then you call on the government, and they won't open the door to see you. But they'll come again. You go again and line up. They didn't drug you. You went on your own volition. But yet the system is not working. You don't blame them. You blame because you care only for yourself, because you're selfish. And I said it, the child is the father of man. Because it's that child that will grow to take care of your own age. And because you don't take care of that child, you're never going to see a good life. It's time our mindset changed. We came with nothing and we're going to go with nothing. Why? Why can't we help change society? We can all do something. In my organization, it's not been easy, so I said, you have to be relevant in life. So what do? I have raised over 50 million pounds over the years to help children at orphanage in Nigeria and Africa. I've taken kids, girls who were pregnant, sleeping on the beach, I've taken them to a home and have the children. I was 3 kids to 8. I know how even UNICEF exploited me. But however, I didn't give up. Even in England, I know I was taking care of people, training people on planning, painting, electronic, painting, painting, plumbing, electrical, and whatever, because there are not many whole houses in England, so that at least they can have a job. Create shops so that people can have, at least, to have references so that they can get work to do. People into music, we do all this, but yet the government doesn't care. So what do? I said, I am going to go into policy because nobody cares about children. Nobody cares about children. We need to start caring about policy. You see, Africa doesn't need AIDS. Africa has got so much resources. When you get AIDS from the West, What did they take back? If they give you 10 pounds, they take 100 pounds back. We don't need 8, but the point is policy is the problem that we have. If you can change, have good policies, and that's why we set up the Africa-Asia Scholars Global Network. Not to take your time, what did we do? Not that nobody knows you, so we have to be relevant. We became, now today, why am I wearing this snapper? Because I'm a signatory to the United Nations Global Compact. The former Secretary General Ban Ki-moon signed the papers. I'm a member of the UK Stakeholder Sustainable Development. So if I have to introduce myself, I don't talk on the line. And that gives respect. But it was a lot of work to do. I'm an African, based in England, but I'm a member of the board of Asia Pacific Universities. Not only that, we wrote a letter and we said, look, even though however you build that, I said, I'm not going to ask for a penny from anybody, but we're going to create projects that will attract funds. And so what do we do? I haven't got those names. Without looking, what can we do? On the issue, because nobody is bringing African Arab Asians together. So we created what is called, Arnold Sorop, your friend, Professor Arnold Sorop would have been here because a member of the innovation here. He's the president of the Vice Chancellor of RJK University, University. And at the meeting we had, he was also director of Pacific Universities. In Thailand, we had a meeting, and I said, oh, in film industry, there are 3 big top ones. We have Bollywood, then we have, Nollywood. What's the next one?
Nollywood.
God bless you, sir. God bless you. Not even though it's American, it's not even Hollywood. Hollywood is taught before China. So I said, but however, the quality of films in Nollywood, Nigeria is not as good, as better as what you have in Bollywood. So I said, okay, Anu, how can we help to make sure the Indian Bollywood can help the Nigerian? Oh, sir, we can look at it. Yeah, what did we do? We tried to get, what's it called, Ramoji Film City. But when we saw Ramoji Film City, the people that make policy will not go there because of the distance. Now we're looking at IIT Delhi. And IIT Delhi has agreed that we could do it there. And who's my partner? My very, very lovely person, Sanjay Roy, of the Teamwork Hearts. We just did a symphony in England at the Barbican Center, which was fantastic. So now, Film Music Arts Award Festival. I'm just telling you that from the idea of helping some group of people, it came to a level where we're now talking of film music and arts. And we also realize that there are so many film music festivals all over the world. But I guess what? This is the first time ever you combine the 3. So it is coming from our idea. That little idea, which is supported and said, oh, it is good, we can do it. We're now creating the first one. And we're working on it. And together with you, we can make it work. Where Africans, Arab and Asian can hold hands, kiss each other, and develop and have children. Secondly, what did we do again? We have what is called HIAPT. HIAPT is the Indian Africa Business Secondary Education Expo. And so when we now heard about this, we would say, oh my God, who else should we partner with? And the synergy, the interest that you have into this is fantastic. I can say more that we've got a very strong and very dependable partners.
It is my pleasure, sir.
Because together, and one of the things, you believe in love karma. Love karma. I don't know why, but it does happen. Whatever happens to us is because it will happen, whether we like it or not. Just be yourself. My mom used to tell me when I was younger, it says, don't, don't fool yourself. It doesn't mean that I should not fool her, but I should not fool myself. That will mean indirectly. Don't fool yourself. Thinking you're fooling somebody, you're fooling yourself. So now look at it. In the UK, we're talking about global partnership. Now let's go back to the UN. UN directs all of us now. To be honest, 15 years we're taking for a ride. 2000 millennium, as if it was going to be the end of life. Millennium was 2000. Now we're 17 years out after that. But however, 15 years was to say they will remove hunger and poverty, and mostly in Africa, Arab, Asia countries. Did it happen? No. But 13 years of that, they called 3 presidents. Liberian president, the president of UK then, Cameron, and they also called the former president of Indonesia to go and start thinking, what are they going to tell people like us? They sat down in Bali in March 2013, and they said, global partnership. And I said, God bless that panel. Because there's nothing like partnership. What he doesn't lack, you might have it. What she lacks, you might have it. If you partner, this world lacks nothing. Let us be honest with ourselves. This world lacks nothing. But the issue of people are scared of, if I go to that meeting and tell them how I make my money, am I sure they're not going to get more money than me? So when there's a lack of trust, there's no strong partnership, there's no proactive partnership, there's no honest partnership. We need to build partnership. Is the greatest thing that can make the world a better place. So the UN saw that. But unfortunately again, to 2030 they're taking us for a ride again. I'm a signatory to it, and I can say, under the 2000 to 2015, it was eight goals to buy all of us. The 8 goals failed. They're giving us now, they said partnership. That's what the 3 panels said. What are you done? They are giving you 17 goals. You are mixed up. So what's going to happen in 2030? No, let's do this ourselves. Rather than say the structure will be partnership. For 15 years, it might take us to build trust. That is what the UN should focus on. How can you build trust? So that you can see experiences of good partnership and let others see the brightness and the goodness of partnership. But see the fault of even what is happening in my country or called UK, which we now have Brexit. The Brexit, what would have happened on Brexit? Why did it happen? Because it was politics they were playing about migrants. Because they will call people like me a migrant, but when a white man comes to my country, we call it expatriate. Expatriate, so we are migrants, but expatriates. So the fact that you want migrants to go, you did not look at the consequences. Even the former prime minister believed that the government should stay. The government should stay within Europe. But unfortunately, it did not work that way. But yet she still rules the country because she is the prime minister and she has to believe in what democracy we're talking about. And that itself is being a great issue with what is going on now. So the fact there is that how can we ensure that information communication technology between us, because technology is so hard. And I want to say something to Africans that are here. I want to thank you very much and God bless you for taking that long trip to come here because you believe, not just because of ICT, because you believe in the Indian-Africa relations.